Howdy peeps, Bitsu here, and welcome to the next installment of BitsuCraft. Lately we've been focusing a lot on the villagers and places to hold them. We've got our kind of holding pen area thing back here, the City Hall, plus the library and the Rainbow River Wool Emporium. But as of yet there's no villagers in either of those locations because there's no way to get them there. So today we're going to focus on heading back underneath this guy here and getting some villager transport systems in place. We'll make a little bit of a larger holding area, I think, so we can kind of sort them as to which ones we want where. Then we'll start making some railroads that'll actually lead off to the other builds and be able to get the villagers where we want them to be. Cool, cool. Alrighty, let's get to her. Well peeps, when I originally spaced this out and chose this many different rail lines here, I was thinking that I'd have one for each different type of villager I was wanting to keep. But it turns out I'm going to want, multiple villagers of each type in each location, and it'll probably be better to actually sort them in future, like once I get a couple established over in each location. Like say, the librarians here. If I get another good librarian in the system, I can actually just send it straight to the library and compare it to the ones that are there, and if it's better, do a little bit of a swapperino. So I think I'm going to extend this back some, probably do a very similar thing to what's going on here, and just have it so that I'll have multiple spots where one will stop because there's no rail cart, and like I can have, the next one bump this guy, then he'd get bumped onto the minecart rail behind him, and then go on to the next spot, and so on and so on. So I think I'm just going to clear out all this area around them and make a nice big open space behind. I'll probably put fences in between or something just so I can't accidentally bump into them and send them onto a track. And then I guess I'll just do this same kind of a system, maybe 2 or 3 more times behind them. Yeah, I think that should be good. And then from that point, we'll have to see about trying to get some of these guys elsewheres. So I'll just get that whole area dug out, and then I'll get back to you as soon as we're trying to figure out exactly how we're gonna operate stuff. Cool, cool. I'll see y'all in a tick. There we go. Area behind them cleared out a bit, and I slapped down after the gap, just a rail, then a powered rail, another gap, rail, powered rail, gap, etc., etc., and I'm hoping that that will work to just kind of bump one from the next. So how could I do this to make sure they're going to stop without potentially suffocating them? Well, that worked that time. Now let's send him over. See what happens. Meow. He should pick up a little bit more speed because he'll be going over 2 powered rails. Not quite enough. But if that was the case and there was a guy there in the system, he would just bounce back and forth until naturally that happened. Let's do one more. We'll give him a little bit more oomph. Come on, dude. Huh. Okay, that's weird. Why is it never working the first time? Boink, 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 boink. Well, that's pretty much what I want, but... I wonder if it needs just a bit more power, if I should change that to a powered rail as well, maybe. Well, I will... I think gonna get some more rails down first, and then I'll experiment with it a little bit more, I think, just to see if I can't get it to work a little bit more, what's the word I'm looking for? Dependably, like, consistently. There we go. Wow, brain fart. But I think that's kind of sort of gonna work, and then I'm thinking just have like a field of guys here to kind of trade with and look at and decide what their fate is going to be. Well, I'm getting it all laid out as far as having each track a separate villager, and I separated all the ones that I've got so they're each in their own line. But the bigger this is getting, I'm realizing how expensive this is with the redstone blocks in the floor. I know I could just put, like, dig down by 2, put a redstone torch underneath, and just a plain old block to have the powered rail, but I kind of like the looks of having something under there. So I'm gonna try something out, see if this would be a little bit more affordable. I'm gonna grab myself. Yes, I made one. I got a redstone lamp. I'm not sure if this will work or not, but if we go down by poop. There we go. If we go down by 2, stick a redstone torch and then a lamp above it. The lamp should be lit up, but will the lamp power the powered rail? Hey, yes it does. Perfect. Okay, so I'm going to go around and swap out all of this redstone for lamps because it's going to be a lot cheaper that way. There's only, what, 4 redstone per redstone lamp? But there's 9 per redstone block, so yeah, I'll get that down, and that way I'll be saving myself, like, well, dang near half as much redstone to get it done. And then I could just have the end of each of these go off to their respective builds and just have some kind of a labeling system on the front here, so I make sure I'm shoving them down the right row. And this way, too, I can do something really cruel and evil and awful. I can actually have a piston above each of these spots where they stand still. And if I discover after doing trading with a villager that it's one that I'm not going to want, I can just flick a switch and then suffocate him in a stone and then not have to worry about him anymore. So, I think I'm going to do it that way. I just have to decide which line is going to be for where, and I should probably do that kind of in line with where the builds are going to be. So, let's head on upstairs, where it sounds like it's the middle of the night. Yes, of course it is. Hello, Zombirds. Oh my god, there's like a million of them. Why? Wow, that is so loud. I should probably bury a minecart hopper. Bury a hopper minecart into a piece of like a magma cube there or something, and have myself a nice little passive stinking zombie farm. Eep! You jerkwad. Ooh, he picked up one of the other zombies' lump of iron. Okay, so that is all right about here-ish underground, I think, roughly. Hey, buddy, come here. You're just gonna be yelling in the background and driving me nuts. So, hey, you get out of here, too. And where's this skelly butt coming from? It's not bright enough for you to be burning it? Come here. Get it. Get wrecked. Suck it. Come on. Oh, now they catch fire. There you go. Oh, buddy, dude. Get away from them. Whew. Okay, so straight ahead is chickens, and then we've got pumpkins and melons there, and we've got paper there, and then we've got the library, and then we've got wool, and that's all we've really got so far. And I think the other farms are going to be kind of in this direction as well, so we can have the butcher and the leathersmith or leatherworker. That's what he's, leathersmith. All go in that direction. But then the others, like the weaponsmith and the blacksmith and all that kind of junk, I'm not even sure where the heck they're going to be. So maybe I'll leave them sort of in the middle just so it's easier to navigate around stuff. Okay, cool. There we go. All the glowstone is swapped out. Or swapped in, I guess. And I've got an absolute mess of lines here, and I even added a couple. I'll take you through how I've plotted this out. I'm going to have a separate line here that's dummies to town. I'm going to... rather than just have only the ship as a place to put the ones that we're not going to keep, I'm going to have a line that goes straight to the middle of the existing village, and it'll probably have them pop out right in the middle of the the well that's in the middle of town, or something like that. Then I've got a baker, butcher, the Rainbow River Wool Emporium, a wheat farm, potato and carrot farm, toolsmith, library, the Chicken King, pumpkin patch, fisherman, leatherworker, cartographer, which I'm probably just going to stick right inside of the sugarcane farm. Weaponsmith and an armor. I figure I'll have them right beside each other. That would make some sense. Temple. Ooh, and all these guys are in the wrong line. Oopsie doodle. And a Fletcher. And the temple I'm going to do way on the other side, past where the bridge is and where all of the, like where the bone tower and all that business is, because that's kind of a creepy-ish, weird-looking area, and these guys love collecting their rotten flesh and all that business, so I'm gonna make some sort of a temple of a thing over there at some point. And I've got a couple of ideas in line for that. It's going to be another pretty big build, I think, but yeah, that's going to be a future project. Today we're just going to put down a couple of rail lines. I think I'll do the one that leads to the middle of the town for all the useless villagers we're not going to keep. Oh, come on, buddy. And I'll do the line to the Wool Emporium and maybe the library as well. Try and get some of these guys where they're supposed to be. Come on. There we go. This system doesn't exactly work very well, but whatever. I'm no stranger to derping around like a moron. In fact, why am I pushing them one at a time when I can just go to the one at the very end? There we go. Come on now. You bump him, you bump him. There we go. Sometimes it works like a treat. Sometimes they bounce back and forth for way too stinking long. Like that. Come on, buddy. Are you even touching him? Oh, come on. There you go. What in the world? Hitting him like a pixel at a time. There we go. And... oh, one more. Oh, no. Stupid thing. Oy. I should maybe consider trying to figure out a better system than this at some point, too. But it's really difficult. Everything that used to work doesn't anymore because these idiots have just a little bit too much will when they're in a cart. They can actually push against powered rails if they're determined enough. And yeah, it's hard to keep them in place. Like even this here, that's not a deterrent. When I summon a guy, he'll want to walk back this way through the block, injuring himself, which is just so stupid. Ugh. But I don't know. I can figure that out later. For now, this big thing is good enough for me. And where each of these lines is going to leave the system, I've marked down the coordinates for each of these spots with a note as to which line it actually is as well, so that once I'm down in like the sub-basement of that build and I know I want to work a rail line back to that spot, I'll know exactly what I'm shooting for. So let's go get this one in place and we'll get started. Well, first off, if I'm going to have them coming out here, I've got to make it so they can actually get out of the stupid thing, but that none can actually get into it. So the plan for that is simply to use some... ooh, I brought stone brick, not cobble. Oops. Some stairs in place there, and... oh, let's just quick make a crafting bench right here and now. Whoop! Boink. Okay. I'm only gonna need, what, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 8. Okay. Bloop. There we go. Good enough. And if we have them facing outward like yo, I think... yep. Should be able to get out no problem. And... well, I guess they could still get in if they really wanted to, because it's only a block high, but they don't really ever just jump over a block for no reason. Okay, cool. Now, how deep does this sucker go? Oh yeah, it's pretty deep. Oh, nighttime already. Well, I'm gonna sleep the night away in the wool emporium here, and then I'll get back to her. I think I'm just gonna block off the water for the time being, and then dig my tunnel straight there, and then I guess I'm gonna have to have some sort of... I should probably just do a water line the whole way there, so I don't have to worry about some kind of a minecart retrieval system. Yeah, that sounds easier. And a lot less... Well, I don't know if it'd be a lot less lag, because water updates are pretty laggy, but it shouldn't really be updating, I don't think, when a villager derps through it, should it? I don't know. Anywho, let's see, the depth I'm shooting for is 54, and what are we at right now? 73. Well, let's just see how deep this stupid thing actually is. Boink. 61, so we gotta go down just a wee bit more. But I also want to make sure that this isn't so deep that the villagers would start to drown on the way down. Well, let's just make some fences and we can take care of that. Lickety-split. Not fences, sorry. Signs. Durr. Y'all knew what I meant, didn't you? Boink. Okay, in doing all this, I realized I'm gonna need a 1 block wide system in order to remove the villagers from the minecarts and drop them into the water streams. So I've been monkeying around, like it's gotta be 1 wide because these are all gonna be crammed right side by each. So I've been monkeying around with it, and I figured why work in that little tight area, and I was never happy with the one that was here in the first place. It never seemed to actually work 100% of the time. So I've been monkeying about, and I think I've got it figured out. What we've got going on here is the minecart with the villager in it goes across a detector rail, and then a powered rail to shoot it off into the cactus into the reclaim system. But the detector rail, the block in front of it, is a water tower that just sends them into a stream into where I want them to go. And I've tried it once with the nitwit that was here, but I'm going to try it one more time just to make sure it's working. And this guy here, he's not quite perfect. He's got a 15 trade for pork, and this guy's already got a 14 and a 14, so we're hanging on to him for sure. This guy, we can afford to lose him with the hay. So let's just nudge him into the system. I'll sprint over here, see if I can't beat him here. There we go. Come on, buddy. And boop. Oh, seamless, perfect. That's awesome. Okay, that makes my day. Cool, 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 cool. Hoo-wee. All right, so I'm going to replicate that here, and eventually every single one of these slots. And that means I'm gonna need me a absolute butt ton of railage, and holy cow, the hopper action that's gonna be required to get all of those minecarts back into this system over here. Ugh. Wonder if it'd be best to have these all come towards center and then just straight in, and then this one could just come straight in. That actually sounds like it might... Oh no, it can't go straight in because then it'll interfere with the power that's to these two. So it's got to come from, like, I guess right about here. That's 2 blocks, 3 blocks away. Right here, this line. That should work. Okay, maybe I'll figure that out first. And well, let's just start chipping away. Okay, I've got the hopper chain in place, leading underneath all the way up and around to here, and the whole thing's covered with furnaces as well, just to try and help cut down on lag. Now, to replicate that system over here. Alrighty, let's get the old rails up into the hotbar. Okay, so we're gonna need 2, then 2, then 2. Perfect. And then these 2 I'm gonna have to power, and I'm not gonna bother with the lanterns in here like I did on the rest of the place, but okay, powered rail, then an activator rail. I'm pretty sure that's how it goes. Then I'm gonna need me some glass action here and here. And this all the way up. And a sign here with water above it. And I think that's all she wrote. Oh, nope. I did that wrong. I need to put the sign right level with my face. And then the water right there. Yeah, sweet. Perfect. That works out nice. Okay, so slap a torch up here so we got some light. And I'm just gonna let myself out. That's not gonna spill water, is it? No, it shouldn't. Cool, cool. Okie doke. Now let's double check, make good and sure that this is gonna work. I selected this dude here. I went through all of these villagers to see which one had the crappiest trade, and you, sir, are it. You volunteered to be a guinea pig, so take this on its first run. Come on. And... oh, yeah. That's perfect. Sweet. Okay, now I just have to get in there, which I can do from the other end. I'll just jump down the wishing well and get a water trail from here all the way to it. And Bob's your uncle. Sweet. I'll get to it. Well, here he is. I've made my way back over to him, and I've made the water trail all the way to the, geez, I was going to say outhouse. Wow, that wouldn't be good. The well. So let's just splash this last bucket of water down, and we'll ride along with this dude. Let's get behind him if I can. There we go. And we'll just observe him and make sure he actually does get the heck out, because... if after all this, they were just going to get caught in the corner here and get drowned, that would kind of suck. So I'm just going to make sure he actually makes it all the way up out of the well, and then I think that is pretty much that. It'll just be a matter of me replicating that same kind of system on the end of each line, and eventually getting them to where I want them. So... cool. I'm glad I got this all figured out. Wow, this seems to be like a really, really long path now that I'm waiting to go at his pace. Oh my goodness. Can I speed up, buddy? Okay, here's the corner. Make sure he... oh yeah. Perfect. Perfect. And... oh, one more? Two more. Wow, it's so slow this way. There we go. And up he goes. Beautiful. Sweet. Let's just follow him. What are you doing, bro? Keep going. Uh-oh. We might have an issue. We might have an issue. Let's give him an air pocket. What are you getting stuck on there, bro? What? The heck was that about? Okay, maybe he needs another air pocket on the way up. Just because these idiots don't know how to swim very well. Now, can I get in there and get this one without hitting him? Oh yeah, from above. Okay, dude, move. Watch your face. Watch your face, dude. Oh man. There we go. Now will you make it all the way up? Oh yeah. Well, you idiots are probably going to get stuck in there for a little while, but that's fine by me. Come on, dude. You should be able to get out of there. Oh, yep, there he goes. Awesome possum. Well, we know that works. Sweet. Cool beans, y'all. So, at that point, I'm gonna say toodly pipski. And as always, if you like what you see, go ahead and smack that like button. And if you want to see more, go ahead and subscribe. Any comments, suggestions, or even if you just want to say hi, go ahead and leave some comments down below. And I will see you in the next episode. Bye!